fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Detroit Lions and the Baltimore Ravens. And this carries into the end zone. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. They'll run for the first time with J.K. Dobbins. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Julian Okwara there to bring him down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. They'll run for the first time with Mark Ingram. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26.
Makes the tackle.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
On 3rd down, Jackson. The ball comes out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Well, obviously you never want to fumble, but if you do, good to be towards the sideline. It saves them the possession.
Saves the embarrassment, saves it going down on the play sheet as a turnover. But I still think they should go to the defense, even if they don't recover it. If you give up the football, you gave up the football.
Agree to disagree, I guess.
Can you tell what I played?
Yeah, you played defense. Yeah. I'll let you go.
I took a shot.
And that'll set them back 5. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. Earl Thomas in on the stop.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. And this is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down defenses and able to break big runs late in games. J.K. Dobbins going to Baltimore, an absolute perfect fit.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Jackson. That's complete. It's Devin Duvernay. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag. Because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. He may try and run for this. And he will finally be wrestled down at the Lions' 27-yard line. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down.
1st and 10 at the 27.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. The impressive opening drive continues, and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd down, a run with Dobbins. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal.
Well, I can certainly tell my age, partner, because when I was a kid, running backs like J.K. Dobbins with over 2,000 yards in their final season in college, they went early in the draft. Instead, he somehow lasted until the 2nd round. But how great is it to get a guy with that ability who can run it inside, run to the perimeter, and catch the football out of the backfield? Be able to get him in the 2nd round, that's what I call a steal.
2nd and goal.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll look to run with Ingram. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Mark Ingram. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive.
An extra point.
And the Ravens lead at 7-0.
Makes the score Ravens 7, Lions nothing.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. And from the shotgun, he'll throw. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now 2nd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high power, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout. And that means your offense has to keep pace.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
And it's 3rd.
And defensively going with a dime set. 6 DBs on 3rd and 4. From the gun, here's Stafford. Oh, he almost picked him. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts. This time on 3rd down.
And the punt kicks out of bounds, and they will spot it right at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. Means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
Brings up 2nd and 12. At the 23.
At the 23, it's 2nd and 12. Here's a give to Dobbins. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
J.K. Dobbins, the ball carrier. The tackle made at the 24-yard line. A gain of a yard makes it 3rd and 11.
To throw on 3rd down, Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. And he took the contact as he was throwing it. And the ball drops incomplete.
And this is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3-and-out and giving the ball back to their offense.
And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And on the first drive, 3-and-out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Stafford. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection, maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you're wondering, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
Stafford on first down. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards.
And the Lions, first down.
On first down, it's Stafford. Open man, he's got him, the tight end, Hockenson. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. It's another first down as they look his way again, this time 19 yards. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. To the air again, Stafford. Screen play, Johnson. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Kerryon Johnson with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Lions are an extra point away from tying this thing up. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7.
Matt Prater to kick off for Detroit.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This will make it into the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now.
Dobbins hit and he fumbles. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And into the end zone, a scoop and score on the fumble return for the Detroit touchdown.
Lining up for the point after.
Huge, huge play by the defense, not only to force the fumble, obviously, but to return it for a touchdown.
And I know it's no fun for anyone who plays offense, but isn't it fun to see how a defense rallies when there's a fumble return and everyone tries to find someone to block and bring it all the way home?
I always like their celebrations because they don't get there that often.
No, they're not choreographed very well usually.
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line set to get going. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it, but you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do.
The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. From the 34 now, here's first and 10. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
14, Ravens 7.
On first down, Dobbins, and he'll get 2, maybe 3 up near the 37.
The ball carrier.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver, but he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front, so if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him, picks up 3 on that carry.
On second and 7, Jackson. Steps Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the Lions have recovered. He was under duress, surveying, trying to find somebody to get the ball out of his hands. In the meantime, the defense, they took it out of his hands.
And when the ball snapped, I know exactly what the defense is thinking. Get a sack, put him on the ground. But when you can also knock the ball free while doing so, oh, there's the bonus for you as a defender.
Following the fumble recovery, Stafford. He'll find Swift out of the backfield. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line.
Complete.
It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
Inches at the 13-yard line.
A shotgun snap for Stafford. And he's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. Quintez Cephas hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Lions add on to their lead. And he's able to put it through.
Makes the score Lions 21, Ravens 7.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Now, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. Flushed out right. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Now Jackson on first down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
Take over first and 10.
You've got to know as a quarterback that it's going to be tough to outthink this guy in the defensive backfield. He's been at it 11 years now, so he knows all the ins and outs of the position, and he's in the right spot there to come up with the interception.
The drive starts with a completion left side. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead.
Lions.
On first and 10, it's Swift. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And finally taken down at the 4-yard line. A big play there for Detroit. 48 yards on the ground.
And goal at the 4-yard line.
They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up second and goal.
Well, Brennan, we always know that once you score one touchdown, you're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got one, but was denied as he tried to get the second one.
Second down and goal. Stafford. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Boy, that's the kind of interception that can save a game right there. They're already down 2 scores. Huge play, slowing down what was going against them.
I was thinking the same thing. You get down 3 scores there at this stage, could be in for a long ball game. After the interception, here's Jackson. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. To throw again on second down. Jackson. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced the ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
Oh, looking for Andrews downfield. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. He was looking for his tight end, Mark Andrews, there. And now it's second down.
Coverage there by Earl Thomas.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a third down.
On the play, it's 3rd and 10.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
This time, Jackson will throw it. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap. He locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
On is the punter, Cook, who sends it away. Fielded just inside the 30. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there, and the Lions will take over.
39-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
Give him 14 on that one, and a first down.
And the Lions first down.
On 1st and 10, Stafford. That's to his running back, Kerryon Johnson. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
And 10 at the Ravens' 47-yard line.
Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, Stafford. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Now a first down throw, Stafford. He gets this complete to Cephas. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll make this a second down.
2nd and 5 at the Ravens' 21-yard line.
From the gun, Stafford. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Make that now 3 first-half touchdown passes for Matthew Stafford. And the Lions are able to grow their lead.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there, unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
Looking deep downfield. And that's caught inside the 35.
There it is.
And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A big play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Ravens get a bit closer.
Well, that touchdown certainly helps, but they've got to go ahead and convert. get to the half and figure out how to keep chopping down this lead in the second, don't they?
Yeah, they still need to regroup, and they still need to end the second quarter strong. A little bit of time left. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. You're under 30 seconds to go. Field position not great. Time to call it a half, wouldn't you say?
Well, you know we all have that little extra gene that says let's push the envelope a little bit, right? What needs to be going through the play caller's mind right now, a potential fumbled snap that can get returned, a strip sack that can get returned, right? Any of those types of plays, that should be a deterrent to call in something that could get you in big trouble.
A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
Third down.
And Charles, a couple extra defensive backs in here on 3rd and 1.
Not expecting them to run it at all.
Operating from the gun. Stafford flush to his right. And he'll find Galladay. That's complete. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. Stafford going to give it to Swift. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. Here is Matt Prater now. He's got the leg for this as he holds the NFL record with a 64-yarder back in 2013. This will approach NFL record territory. It's a 62-yard attempt. So we have reached halftime with the visiting Lions taking the lead to the break. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6. From the gun, Stafford. And incomplete on the deep ball. Intended receiver there was Quintez Cephas. And it's 3rd down. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Here's Stafford. He'll get this one to Galladay. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
Detroit.
They'll run on first down. Swift, he's got the first down and more inside the 40. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. From the gun, here's Swift. And he's going to be down close to a 1st down at the Ravens' 29. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
So 3rd and 2, and I count 6 defensive backs out there. Operating from the gun, Stafford. Galladay's got it, and the Lions have a touchdown.
Complete to number
4th touchdown pass of the game for Matthew Stafford. And the Lions are able to extend their lead.
lining up for the point.
And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
Matt Prater to kick off for Detroit.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger. But no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing. And try and get back to where you were to start the half.
How about a 39-yard pickup? They'll take it.
36-yard line.
From the gun, it's Jackson. They'll find Dobbins out of the backfield. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. The end result, 21 yards. A shotgun snap and a give to Dobbins. And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4.
And what a weapon to have when you can use your quarterback as a short yardage runner and pick up first downs.
They'll run with Dobbins. They'll try, and he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins, touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Ravens cut into that lead. And that score there makes this a much more manageable deficit.
Agreed, because before that touchdown, this looked like this was about over. Instead, they've got hope. They're back in the game. They feel better about themselves, and now they have a chance to make some more plays.
Jackson will keep it, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Lamar Jackson taking it in, and the Ravens get a bit closer. Well, that was all Lamar Jackson all the time on that drive, both through the air and in the end with the touchdown run.
Yeah, how about him doing things a little bit on the reverse side there, Brandon, because he softened him up throwing the football and opened up the running lanes. And when he gets a little bit of a sliver, he's gone. And that's exactly what he did there.
This taken in about 4 yards deep. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. Throwing deep for Galladay. That's caught inside the 20. And they're going to have this in a great spot way down in Baltimore territory.
62 yards.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there, partner. I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a...
He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown.
Complete to
Matthew Stafford does it again. 5 touchdown passes. And the Lions add on to their lead.
Brandon, is there any way you and I can join this quarterback in the zone he's in? He's absolutely feeling it. Touchdown after touchdown, throwing the ball.
Extra point good by Prater. And that pushes the lead up to 23. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
No hesitation. Don't try my patience. I'm a boy. 146, boy, till there's nothing left. I'm a point to the bread.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do. Well, we saw that they had a lot of success last week throwing the football, but that hasn't translated to this week. But with his team behind, I don't expect him to back off. I expect him to keep firing.
Running right through it. Looking for Andrews again. He's got him this time. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Off the play fake to Dobbins. Here's Jackson. Eluding the press. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And into the end zone. A scoop and score on the fumble return for the Detroit touchdown.
Lining up for the point after.
2nd time he's lost a fumble. This one hurts more. It's returned for 6.
He's been under a lot of duress, hasn't he? Pressured, hurried, harassed the whole game.
Well, the offensive line not giving him a lot of help.
Not a lot of help, but the bottom line, he's got to take care of the football.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them. The coaches from all the way up here, they were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. From the gun, Jackson. It's complete to Brown, right side. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. 7 yards, the pickup there.
7-yard pickup.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Jackson from the shotgun. He's going to air one out. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A big pickup of 38. Back now in Baltimore. It's the Ravens with possession of the football, but trailing on the big board as we get set for the 4th. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
On second down, Dobbins, and he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins, touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Ravens cut into that lead.
Offensive line coaches always tell their guys, if we score touchdowns, that means we get to the end zone first. That's exactly what those blockers did, clearing the way for their back.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
It's a gain of 7.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
The 32-yard line.
From the gun, here's Stafford. That's complete to DeAndre Swift out of the backfield. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
Complete to DeAndre.
And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
On first down, it's Stafford. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown.
To number 6.
They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning, right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
On the return, the Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
The Ravens on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 10. He's going deep for Brown. That's caught at the 25. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. A big-time 3rd down play for the Ravens. 56 yards. They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, When you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
5 yards, a good run there, and now 2nd and goal.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and goal.
Yo. 29 is Mike 29.
From the gun, Jackson. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. Will Harris there to make the play. Another incomplete pass there. What do you take from this game offensively?
Well, you know it's tough to really analyze for them because it is a team game, right? And let's be honest, though. The defense did them no favors in this one at all. Offense actually moved the ball. So, bottom line, film session, defense is going to be a real tough one for them. Offense, they'll get a little bit of praise.
And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. He'll get a couple of yards on the keeper, but it's going to lead to and somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it. Oh, this is what I love about calling these games. 4th and goal. This is all about leverage, who wants it more, and who's going to get it done at the point of attack, the line of scrimmage.
Tucker with the extra point, and that will shave a bit off the lead as it's down to a 23-point game. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And it's looking all the more likely that a 5th straight win is going to be in the cards. They'll try to run some time here with a 1st and 10. That's complete to Swift out of the backfield. 16 yards right off the bat and a 1st down.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You just go ahead and play.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
Yeah, I guess you're right. If they can get some 1st downs, just as good as running the football. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, 3rd down. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
And this will pin him nicely inside the 20 as it's out of bounds at about the 14-yard line.
Their own 14-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Their defense was able to force the punt a moment ago, but that's really the first of about 8 steps that need to go right for them to get back in this as they start here 1st and 10. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. To throw again, Jackson. That's taken in by Duvernay. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. He's going to let it fly. Oh, so close to an interception. Read that beautifully. Got his hands on it, couldn't get it. And it's second down.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Jamie Collins able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
And with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Jackson on 1st down. Over the middle here to Brown. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Jackson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. J.K. Dobbins with touchdown number 3 here in this game and 17 now on the year. And the Ravens get a bit closer. So the Ravens will keep the offense on the field as they're going to go for 2. And they'll try to run it in with Dobbins. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And they don't get it. They tried for the 2-point conversion there, but unsuccessful.
59, Ravens 42.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Stafford going to throw it. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
And these quarterbacks had their hands full all afternoon long, but they finally get a measure of revenge as he gets himself in a nice spot. He's able to get 2 hands on the football and pick it off.
Jackson now. From the gun, he'll throw. Dancing to his left. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
That'll be complete to Dobbins. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down. You know, Lamar Jackson last season, the first NFL quarterback with 3,000 or more passing yards and 1,000 or more rushing yards in the same season.
And we've seen both of those talents on display here today. We just saw another completed pass. And everyone knew coming out of college he could run the ball. But for some reason, we didn't analyze it throwing the way we should have. I think every time he completes a pass, he says to himself, take that, evaluators. You guys really missed the boat on me.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Jackson will throw again. This pass caught at the 4. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up into the 3rd down. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settling, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys, poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field. So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm